pieces, I'm picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces, I'm picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces, I'm picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces, I'm picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces.
All right, we're back here on campus, and my first name is Cheyenne. I'm with
Matt.
Lauren. Allie.
Maya.
Laura.
I'm Kenley.
Kensler.
Kensley.
Grace.
Grace. And what's your name?
Luke.
Nathan. Harish.
Grish.
Bagheerath. Sanjeev. What's up?
Sanjeev. Nice to meet you.
Nice
sir.
to
Allison.
Blake. I'm Javi. What's up, everyone?
All right. You consent to audio video recording?
I consent. He has my consent, everybody.
Clinton.
Clinton, question for today is, in a relationship, do women generally cheat more, or is it men who cheat more?
Holy shit. I'm gonna say women maybe cheat more. I feel like that makes more sense. I feel like that makes more sense in terms of the math. In terms of math, men do not cheat. Black men in particular do not cheat.
Stick with your answer, man. Black men don't cheat, though.
Like, I would say like women do more, but they probably like get away with it more, if you know what I mean. So it's like, I guess like they have a better way of hiding it.
Men cheat more, 100%.
I think I agree with that one. I mean, that's a tough one. Like, it completely depends on the people involved. Like, I obviously can't say, I can't pick a side. It's a question that completely, exactly, completely depends on the scenario and should be judged on a case-by-case basis. Yeah.
Women will cheat, but if we will only cheat if her nigga ain't giving enough. Well,
Excuses.
wait, hold on.
Excuses.
Besides,
I think men cheat more. Yeah. Women?
I guess women.
I don't know. It depends.
Why do you say it's men more?
Because I have had a lot of friends who had, like, the guys cheat more than the girls, so.
He cheat more women, so that's it.
So you would consider yourself more of a cheater?
No, not me. My friends are cheaters, so I know that. No.
So when it comes to cheating, do you think men have more options to cheat, or do you think women have more options to cheat?
Women definitely have more options, but men will find a way. They'll do it. They'll do it. They'll do it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I wouldn't say so, but all I'm saying is like a woman, like she probably mess with you like now, and then, and then she found the next guy, and then, you're gone. So.
But would you say it's easier for guys to find girls, or is it easier for girls to find new guys?
I think it's easier for girls to find new guys.
That leads me to a second question here. Do you believe that with the social media age and with all the dating apps, do you believe it's creating false egos for people?
Yes, a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, I agree that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think like dating apps are definitely, I think they create a false perception of what relationships should be, basically. I really, really think that dating apps are not the way that, people, I'm 22 years old, I think people like me should go, but unfortunately that's the way people live. I think it really does create a false scenario of what relationships are. I think that's what dating apps create, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because sometimes the person posts something, or like the person they are on social media, that's not who they are in real life. So yeah, because a lot of times like people might like edit the pictures so they can look better, or maybe like they take pictures like in somebody's car or something, then they post it and you go, oh, that person's rich, or like that person this and that. In real life they're probably really not. So
would you say that's equal for both genders? Like men could appear more rich and try to manipulate females by appearing a certain way, and females could look a certain way to manipulate men?
I think it's both ways. But it's just I still think like it's more an advantage to the females.
I would say if you have a higher social status, I would say maybe then you might have a higher chance of cheating and stuff like that, whether it's the woman or a man, basically. Yeah.
And generally in a relationship, are women seen as a prize or are men seen as a prize?
Woman.
A woman.
100%.
Women again.
Women. Women.
We're always the prize, baby.
Quick, second question is
Relationship, so I know I'm always the prize.
Okay, I guess it depends on the relationship you're in because I feel like if you're in a good relationship, you're both looked at as the prize. If you are a good and compatible relationship, you love each other and you cherish each other like a prize and you don't want to give it away. Fuck. Can I have another question? This one's kind of, I didn't know how to answer that one. Or is this the question?
yeah, I'd say women. Women, okay. And if women are the prize, what does that make the men?
I don't know. That's a good question. The I don't know. Like they stand next to the prize.
I don't know. A go-getter. Go-getter.
He's just there.
Oh shit.
The wallet.
Oh shit.
No, the man is like the accessory. He's got to do what you say. That's what I'm saying. Women, they know they're good enough. Like the women are always better than the man. The woman knows they're good enough. The man has to live up to that standard, and they've got to like do everything you want. So that's it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying women are better than men.
I disagree.
Yo, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect.
I didn't.
Well, I'm the only woman here, so I say women. Let's go.
I got you, bro. These women, dangerous. They're dangerous. I'm telling you right now. telling you. Men don't cheat.
Because you guys do your shit and don't know how to lie.
Okay. Okay,
Can you ask us
Guys.
a different question?
We're all humans. We're all like this. We gotta live together. And I fucking love everybody on this earth. We can all have fun. And mwah.
Would you say that gangs are made to look a certain way because they do violent activities, or do you think they're made to look a certain way for other motives?
I mean, I think gangs are genuinely harmful. Obviously, they have negative press, but I would not say they protect the black community. I mean, they're a symptom of the socioeconomic concerns that the poor, impoverished ghetto population faces. But, you know, gangs are still bad, and they exist due to a cycle of chronic drug use and, you know, racketeering. So
So would you say they've given themselves a bad name?
I'd say they earned the bad name they have, yeah.
If you look back in history, a lot gangs originally started out as protection forms. They didn't even have any violence or harm instilled in them. And you know, if you go back in history and look at things like the war on drugs, the CIA, etc., we know that a lot of drugs were planted into those black communities. So it wasn't necessarily just a matter of violence, but how that violence started and came to be about. You know, obviously there's a bit of accountability and work that could be done, but you know, there's more than just one aspect of it, you know. At the end of the day, the government has been proven time and time again that they want to do what's best for them, and they'll go by that by any means, you know. We're not a very peaceful country at the end of the day, so a lot of people just got to keep the bigger picture in mind.
I'll tell you something, like when we go into the club and stuff like that, I don't think you really see a lot of the like gang motives and stuff like that. I'm an international student, I'm from Malaysia. I have not seen a lot of like gang violence in Boston and stuff like that. I go to Tufts, I might be in a bubble, so I may not understand the full spectrum of the situation, but that's my opinion basically. I just have not seen a lot of gang violence in my opinion, like 4 years at Tufts so far. Yeah.
Compared to other developed countries such as Korea, Japan, or China, why doesn't America have a good railway system as of yet in the 21st century?
Maybe like people supposed to use only cars instead of their own vehicles, instead of the public transport.
Yeah, I think the same goes with what he said. Like, you know, public transport is like, we are from Manchester, New Hampshire, so yeah, so it's pretty like people are more used to cars than, you know, public transport. So if more of it is given a chance, then that'll be good.
Well, the countries that you stated are about the size of one of the U.S. states. So the fact that it would be much harder to create a functioning railway system to cross the entire United States. Instead, what we see a lot of is in more urban areas like New England. With Boston, you have the T system, which is condensed to that one area. And even then, it's not great, as anyone who lives in New England knows. So it mainly comes down to money. You can't really cross the Appalachians and the Rockies easily. We tried to in the 1800s, and that was met with varying degrees of success. So it's the fact that America is much larger than these countries.
Would you say there's less investment in this sector, or do you think we just don't have enough money to invest in this sector?
Well, there's less investments because look at who lobbies to Congress. You have the auto industries who are much more willing to put money into interstate highways so that we have to go out and buy new cars when they run down. Public transportation is kind of an afterthought.
So would you say with the advent of the new electric cars, this would be changing now?
It wouldn't be changing per se. It's just who's giving the money is changing. It's now those electric companies or the companies that are willing to go electric, then railways are still going to be second. It's just the way that it's going to be.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
That was a great time. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Thank you, my guy.